Good evening and welcome to the Coach Murray Show. I'm Adam Bell, along with Sammy Hendricks and Indians football head coach Russ Murray. Coach, I appreciate you taking the time. I know your daughter's got a band concert in a little while.
Well, you do so much for us, and it's your show. I want to make sure we get it done.
I sure appreciate it. You got last Friday night, Lanier County went over there. We had to win it to win the region. Y'all took care of business 55-28, right?
That's right. That's right. And, I'm super proud of the guys, and coaches and the players, and I'm super happy for fans and school and everybody. Sure came a long way in 4 years for sure.
It was a good game. Lanier didn't want to go away either. They kept battling back.
Coach Williams does a good job with those kids over there, and they made the playoffs for the first time in like 17 years, and they were excited. They had a chance, albeit it was outside of a chance of winning the region themselves. They would only have one loss, but it would have went down to tiebreakers, and I think we had it all done that deal. But they were good. They were fired up, ready to play.
Yeah,
we definitely had to play.
They definitely kept battling. Y'all jumped ahead 2 or 3 scores, and here they come again. They just kept coming. Sammy, what you got down there, man?
Coach, let's talk about the offense a little bit. Looking at some of the stats I got here, these are not official, but I couldn't hardly see anything right there. But I had the offense, and I had them for over 500 yards total offense. 300 and some odd yards on the ground, 395 for what I had, 140 through the air. We kind of talked about it a little bit on the last show, what a great job of improving the offensive line is doing. And, we can't rush the ball for that many yards, but the offensive line ain't doing their job.
That's right. Before we go anywhere, I planned on trying to get Coach Lloyd here with us about that, because he's done a remarkable job with the offensive line this year, and as since the season started, and they communicate better. He really works them, he reps them, and things like that. And if you notice, we made some changes. We got Doc Rogers back, and that really helped us out, because he and his brother Hayden, Hey Doc as I call them, they really communicate well with all. You got to communicate if you play offensive line. And those two, they're on either side of the ball, so one takes care of the right, one takes care of the left, and we get things done. What Coach Stevenson wants to accomplish with the backs, he can get those linemen to put it in motion.
Right. And looking at the passing side, only threw the ball when I got 5 times. Jalen 5 for 5 for about 140 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
What is the last couple games, the passing game's a lot better. What's happened to make it where now we're hitting these passes compared to what it were the first part of the season?
Well, you have to talk to Jalen on that. Something's finally clicked with him. I hope it continues. I think he's finally bought into what Coach Stevenson has asked him to do, and he's done a great job. He's spinning that ball well, and throwing it when he needs to throw it, where he needs to throw it. And, there's a lot of those things we have options, whether he throws or not, and to different receivers. And he's picking the right one out, and he's running the ball well, and that's going to help us out a whole lot. A lot of people don't know this, but you can tell he's a big kid. He's 6'4", right at 200 pounds, and he can run. And he's starting to run straight lines instead of worrying about that juking, just taking those big steps to cover ground. You're 6'4", taking a step, you've covered some ground.
Right.
And he's doing a remarkable job for sure.
And it's swapping over real quick to the defensive side. 14 of their points was on fumble takeaways, and they returned for a touchdown.
That's right.
So defense essentially gave up 14 points in the game. And defense again, they kind of played some of that bend but don't break defense. The guys are just all over the field. Very rarely in the games for the last several weeks has there been solo tackles made. There's been everybody making tackles, and defense is just swarming all over the field.
Well, Coach Akins and the defensive staff, they really talk about swarming to the ball, rallying to the ball and getting there, trying not to run into people that don't have the ball. So their target is the ball carrier. Because if you're running into people without the ball, you're getting blocked, and they're doing a good job with that.
They carried the ball what I had 36 times in the game, but only gained 138 yards. So
that's good. Defensive line, coached by Coach Swing, they do a great job. We got some great defensive linemen, and even though we took that big hit last year by losing those fellas we lost, I think Coach Swing and the guys have done a great job in developing into some good defensive line, good solid high school defensive line. I mean, we got Elias on one end. I mean, he's all the world. He's going to be. He's just, you know, he's young right now, and he's just going to get better and better. And then you got the other guys that are strong, that are, you know, just doing what they're asked to do, and that goes a long ways.
Well, Coach, your background comes from the offensive line. You used to be obviously the offensive line coach here for many, many years. The offensive line this year is playing outstanding. I mean, they're giving King plenty of protection. Lily's getting huge holes with everybody else. Talk about your own line.
Well, you know, as I said a few minutes ago, they're getting, each week they're getting better. Kind of go with our motto about winning the day. They started, you know, I didn't think they did bad at all, but you know, we were playing some, you know, but we could have got better, and they knew that. You know, we had some kids that playing in position that probably didn't need to be there. We had to juggle people around. You know, we had the injury to Doc Rogers, and we didn't get him back to the latter part of the season. It seems like ever since we've got him there, we've really gelled so much. And Antonio McDowell, senior, he's another kid that's come on and played well for us. You know, he went from he wanted to be, you know, the next defensive lineman we had coming. All those kids want to play defensive line. And he was toying playing defensive line and just halfway trying on offense. He finally balled in to just play an offensive line, and he learned that craft, and he's getting better each week. He does a good job. You know, there was a number of things, but the main thing is Coach Lloyd and the boys just said, we're going to get better, and they work right here by the field house, and they're in between the track and the field house. That's kind of like their domain, the pit, and they do a great job.
I know this next Friday night, we do a lot of deep balls for completions. That requires time in the backfield for King to have that time to throw that ball.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, there was 0 sacks, right? We didn't allow any sacks, right?
We didn't allow a sack.
No sacks.
Only threw the ball 5 times. That's all we tried to. Well, there was one other time we were going to throw it, but he saw it, he tucked it and ran it. Nobody was in the middle of the field, so we were going to throw it. Well, maybe 3 more times, but Jalen, you know, if he sees field, I'd rather have him take the 10 yards than, you know, because 10 yards is a given. So, but they did a great job for sure.
But, you know, we look at one of the misunderstood parts of the game, especially when it's going bad, is the kicking game. Garrett missed an extra point, 1 extra point Friday night. Man, he's done a great job kicking the ball all year long, extra point tries and kickoff times. But one of the things that really impressed me was, especially on the high school level, you got that play clock now that we have. We had a situation Friday night where I can't remember if it was maybe a short player on the line, and somewhere we got the situation where the game clock was down to just a few seconds left in the game. You could tell they kind of geared and stammered on, they kind of, and the holder, they had to rush a little bit. He got back there, kept his poise, and he made that extra point. He's done a real good job. And most high school kickers in that situation, they're going to miss that extra point.
Well, you know, as we talked about with him, he's a coach's son. He's been around the game since he could crawl, and he, you know, his dad's kind of tough on him sometimes. We're tough on him, but you know, we love him. He knows what's expected of him, and he's up to the challenge. He's only missed 2 extra points this year, and one wasn't his fault per se. It was the ball was snapped and he wasn't ready. Well, him being afraid, he did kind of freak out about that. He kind of missed that one. The other one, when you look at it on film, it looks like it's good, but you know, I tell him all the time, when you play on the short goal post like the Lanier had, they don't have goal posts like ours. You need to hit that thing in the middle, because he hits it hard, and it's hard for those referees. You referee before, it's hard to look up fast and see the ball carrying that upright or in between the upright, and you know, he has done a great job. He's done a great job punting the ball too. You know, and he's definitely going to be an asset for us the next 3 years. So you know, we plan on, he can run, and he's getting stronger, and we're going to play him at receivers next year because we're losing some guys. But I hope his kicking won't fall off any for sure. I hope he gets stronger and he gets a few more touchbacks, because that's a weapon when you make them start at between.
That's right, yeah. And you know, you look at the you know, the way the kicking game is. You know, you really got the 3 big parts of it is the snap, the hold, straight down in the kick. and they just, them guys look like a well-oiled machine almost. I sit up and watch all practice, and I watch this over and over and over.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just to me, it's a great asset to players and coaches as well for letting them go there and just practice that as much as they can.
Coach Wilds coaches them up, and you know he played collegiately as a deep snapper at Valdosta State. I don't know if I know he snapped on both of them, and sometimes I don't know if he was a primary short snapper or the long snapper for punts, but he knows that stuff. He you know, and he's teaching them. Our deep snapper Robert Cruz has. I looked at his stats yesterday. I think on punts he's 24 for 24, and extra points he's 35 for 35. Other than snapping it early, that one time it was a good snap. He just snapped it early. He hasn't had any bad snaps, and you know that for a high school kid, that's pretty remarkable. We've got a kid Wittenberg that plays up at Kennesaw, and he had a couple bad snaps this year. Of course, he was playing on defense too, which takes a lot of it, but still. You know, Robert's done a great job, and our holder David Waters. You know, his first year he was holding, and he's done a great job. And you're right, you watch them do it, and that because they spend a lot of time doing it. And that's testament to them because I mean they do a lot of that stuff on their own. You know, because they're not involved in what we have. You know, maybe defense or something like that. So they got some time. They go and take some snaps and holds.
Coach, I got to ask you before, I know I want to make sure we get you that concert, obviously. I want to ask you real quick, how did it feel to host that Region Trophy? First time in a while around here for football.
Oh, yeah.
You know, feel pretty good.
You know, I'm kind of over I'm not over the joy, but I mean, just being, you know, floored by it, you know, because we've been working since Sunday to get ready for Seminole. But, you know, I go back to Friday, I mean, it just kind of, I would have liked to just stood there and watched, because, you know, this community puts so much in to what we're going, and the kids have put so much into it. You know, it's been a long time. 2009 is the last time we were able to get the Region Trophy. And that's, you know, I find that hard to believe sometimes as good as we were under Coach McWhorter. But, you know, it goes back to this. You know, people talk about different, you know, college. We'll just say colleges, you know, about they should win the national championship. It's hard to win ball games.
Yeah.
Even, you know, we should have went in there and we should have beat Lanier like we did, but it wasn't an easy task.
No.
You know, and when we go back and we look at the Atco game, I mean, it was 21-7 at half, and we had just scored at the very end to make it 21-7. They were beating us 7-0. I mean, it's tough to get a win. I don't care who you play to get a win. And just to look back on that Friday to see where we came from in 2019, so happy, you know, for the boys and the parents and just y'all, anybody that's, you know, stuck with us. I mean, y'all could have said, we're not filming you this year, you know, it was just awful last year. And I know it was in 2019, but we had a plan. I didn't really see into the future that much, but I did know if we got better every day, we get better by the week and by the month and the year, and we did. We did. You know, it took us a while, and I'm so proud that these guys in these lockers bought in to what I was trying to get to them in 2019, because they could have walked away. You know, we talked to them. I mean, you go 1-9 and a program like ours, and hey, I'm a failure, whatever. You know, I'm not going to have any part of this, but they went to the grindstone, and I think Clinch beat us. The last time Clinch beat us, and I keep saying that, but I know that they're going to get us again, you know, but we've been lucky to beat them the last 3 years in a row. The last time Clinch beat us was those boys freshman year, and they beat us bad, 48-0. I won't forget that, boy. It was, you know, Coach Jones and I talked about when we came home. I said, listen, we still have like 4 games left. I said, but what we need to do is start lifting like it's January. And he said, I agree with that. So we started lifting hard, and sometimes with the latter part of the games there, you know, latter part of the season, our guys were just so sore because we were doing, like you in the winter, heavy weights, you know, and tearing muscles down and building them back up. So we had that extra month to start getting ready for that, and they bought into it. They fell in love with the weight room, and I'm so happy that everything kind of worked out. You know, it wasn't because of me. I got some great coaches and the players, you know, and the support around them really helped us to get what we needed. You know, they didn't, we got everything we want, you know, but we got everything we need. We don't need for anything. And we get by, and I tell you what, like I said, I can't, you know, being an alumnus of the school and been here for as long as I have, I've sat up there as assistant since 2009 in that same place where Coach Lloyd at, and I can see the gym wall there. And we talk about getting a square. You know, that wall we have over there that has the state championships and region championships. There was that square after 2009 that we'd always, I said, we got to get a square. And if I hadn't been too tired Friday, I'd have went over there and scribbled something on it. But I can't, I'm gonna be so happy when we get to put something there.
Put that thing up there.
Yeah, well, like I said, you know, we're kind of focused on a different goal now. We're trying to make it to the round of 16, but you know, you kind of had me reminiscing about that. You know, I told the boys Friday that we're going to not talk about this till Sunday, but we need to talk about it on the show because I haven't, you know, I want to thank everybody. I couldn't thank everybody in person, but everybody that's watching this, if you played any kind of part in helping us, I appreciate it. And the boys do too. And it didn't come from me by any means. You know, a lot of coaches put a lot of time in it away from their families, and the kids put a lot of time in it away from, you know, being kids. You know, instead of running around in summer doing whatever down at the river, they were, you know, practicing football or lifting weights. You know, and that's a testament how, like I said, Friday night's a testament how hard they worked and how hard they paid in.
All right, so you got anything on the linear thing? On the linear game before we jump into some?
Yeah, just one more work thing, and I noticed this a couple of weeks too, and this comes from hard work and practice. What's really impressed me, and you, I know you as a coaching staff have seen this, this past game I had us only for 4 penalties in the game. Usually we lead the state of Georgia in penalties. Last couple of games we really, especially on the opposite side of the ball, you know, I don't know if it's just we get picked on or whatever it is. I don't want to go into that.
Yeah.
Offense, especially on the penalty side, we've done a great job.
Well, I hadn't even thought about that. Now we'll have 100 tomorrow night.
We good.
But you know, we just play them hard. You know, I tell the guys to play hard, and the coaches tell them to play hard. You know, within the rules, just get after them, and that's what we do. You know, I don't condone them running their mouth at all. You know, we better not get an unsportsmanlike for something like that. You know, penalties are going to happen, and but we've been fortunate. Yes. You know, I haven't really thought about that stat, but yeah, we haven't had a lot of penalties. You know, and on defense, you know, we cover our man, we make tackle cleanly. You know, like we've been taught to do, and I'm excited. And that comes with age too. You know, 9th, 10th, 11th grade. You know, most of our guys on defense are seniors. They're just struggling trying to survive. They're doing anything they can, but now they're stronger and they can do some things like they're supposed to do.
All right, Coach, you talked a minute ago about we're looking at another goal right now besides that region. In light of that, let's kind of use that to lead in that we got Seminole County coming to town tomorrow night. First round of the playoffs, I'd say public, D2. It's a big game tomorrow night right here in the swamp at Champ Bailey.
No, yeah, I mean, it's first round of playoffs. I mean, this is the season. You divide it up in three seasons. Yeah, you got your before region, and you got your region, and now everybody's chasing the ring. You know, we're chasing just like everybody else. I mean, you know, 4 years ago, I was saying, we don't have a chance, but we got a chance this year. Yeah. I mean, just as much chance as the other 32, maybe better than some, and not as well as some of them. You play hard, you know, show up, do everything you can, and that's what we're going to do tomorrow night. You know, we know the task at hand. We've watched them on film, and they have some great players. You know, and I dig their uniforms. They got, you know, they're Indians, you know, so I dig, I mean, the mascot. And they used to have, I couldn't quite tell because I can't see as well, they used to have a spear on the helmet just like ours. But this, of course, obviously is a different color. But I'm excited, and I know the kids are, and I hope, you know, I think it's going to be not raining, it'll be wet outside, yeah. But I think it'll be a great time to come watch a ball game. And I hope everybody's loud for sure, and we're going to try to make it to that round of 16. It's certainly what we're going to do.
And tomorrow the rain and everything's supposed to go out of here somewhere around noon, 1 o'clock. Is what I looked on the weather channel app a while ago. So hopefully that'll hold. You know, these weather guys, you never know. But I hope
it blows out. Yeah.
But
know anything about the weather neither, so. You know, just
Hey,
doing-
tomorrow night, it's at 7:30, everything's going through GoFan.
I think so. I bought my mom, well, they bought their tickets, but I did it for them on the phone last night, so yeah.
Yeah, so everything we want to go from. Now, Seminole County, they're the Indians also. And we've played them, but it's been a few years back. We played
We played in 2013, 2013, I think, when we played for the state championship that year. We were seeded at number 9, and we won our first game. They had a bye, and we played them on Thanksgiving, and we did well with Andrew Lee. I think we stuffed in the first 3 plays, and Andrew ran, I don't know, like a 60-yarder for a touchdown the very first play. And I think we walked away with a 42-0 win, but I don't see that happening tomorrow. You know, we're going to have to play.
They were ranked number 1 back then, too.
They were number 1, and
number 1 back then.
they're a good, solid ball club. You know, Coach does a great job with them, and I hope we're successful. Like I said, what we're going to do is just try to win today.
We're not going to get any big secrets out of it. Indians just going to do what we do.
Well, that's funny you said that at our region meeting yesterday. We were talking, and you know, they were talking about players, and Coach Tyson said he had a kid that played linebacker and also played defensive end sometimes. And Coach McDonald, not Coach McDonald, Coach McGowan told or asked him, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I'm not getting all that." He goes, "I'm not scheming." And he said, "Well, we don't really have a scheme. We just do what we do." And I thought that was kind of funny you said that. We just do what we do, and that's what you got to do. You know, we're up to this point in the season. We can't reinvent the wheel. I mean, they have our tape. They're not going to see anything new, maybe. But we know we're not going to see much. We were prepared. You know, that's why you play the season, and you be prepared for things that caught you off guard. Say against Jeff Davis, you prepare for that. You know, we've seen that before. It's in the back of the kid's mind if anything was strange. You know, like them hurrying up off the huddle. We had problems with that the other night, and we worked on that this week. So anyway.
Sammy?
Coach, can you give us an update real quick on CJ? I knew he got hurt last week and had to go through the
Yeah, CJ, he's back with us, but he's got he dislocated his shoulder. I believe he dislocated, not separated. He dislocated. They popped. He got it massaged in order. He went to the hospital at Valdosta, and he's got it in a sling. And he's already seen Dr. Jans. But Dr. Jans is orthopedic at St. Mary's, and he really does a lot for our team. And he saw him on Monday, and he's supposed to go back in 2 weeks to see him again, reevaluate. I don't see any surgery. Everything looks good as far as damage and stuff like that. But, he'll be reevaluated. He's real sore. He can't move it, obviously. But anyway.
Anything else on the quarterback club? Anything going on before we head? I want to get you to that concert. I appreciate you taking the time.
I got time. But they, we got, they're going to have their tailgate before the game. And, I don't know, they said something about Roger Sloan cooking some pork chops or something, but I don't know about that. But they all meet, and they kind of used our meeting room a little bit and then outside for pregame and stuff like that. They have a good time. I encourage everyone that can join the quarterback club to get a part of it. Like I said, we have what we need, but we need more. A lot of times it's hard to get. It'd be a lot easier with more members, and we'd be able to get some of the things we want if we had some more support. And I know people support us, but like I said, these helmets hanging up, they're $400, they're $350 now. It's crazy. I mean, every one of you see them, and you're looking at thousands of dollars worth of helmets, and you gotta have it. I mean, every one of them is $300 plus.
All right, Coach. Anything else you got, Sam?
Good.
I want to make sure Coach gets that band concert. And daughter's senior year.
And then that's another thing. Mr. Hersey and his folks, they're outstanding. They stayed with us. They celebrated with us, and it's exciting for them because I'm sure it was miserable for them trying to pull for us, and we were 1-9 back in the day. And I think they got some excitement out of it. They stayed, and And I'm sure it's I know it's a lot easier to sing that alma mater when we win than it is to lose. And they played the war chant and a little bit of horse and stuff when I got the trophy. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, they had their Veterans Day concert tonight, and Hershey said it's one of the most favorite he does. You've covered it before, and I mean it is outstanding, you know. And some of the songs they play were just, you know, they'll put chills up your back. And I didn't serve in the military, but I certainly respect the folks that did. And you know, I'm sure if I served, those guys that stand up and salute when they hear some of those things, I respect and understand why they do that.
All right, Coach. Well, we'll see you tomorrow night.
Okay.
Kickoff 7:30. And Jeff's looking forward to that post-game interview now.
Okay. All right. All right. I am too. Hopefully.
I think the fans have enjoyed that this year. It's been a nice little addition this year. I think everybody's enjoyed it. I hope you have.
Oh yeah.
When we're winning. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow night. Kickoff 7:30. Everything's through GoFan, so make sure you go on GoFan. They're not doing cash at the gate. That's the last thing I heard from Dusty.
Probably, you're right.
So, have a great night, everybody. Thank you for watching the Coach Murray.
Chemours has done a really good job with inclusion, hiring people from all different backgrounds and walks of life.
Women do work out in the plants, that we're not just administrators. Process technology is something you can do. Being a maintenance technician is something you can do.
It's open for everyone, even if you don't have experience.
We're going to train you.
There's definitely room for advancement.
The opportunities are there.
When is the last time you updated your family photos? Don't wait weeks to see your photos. Book now with Fab Photo in studio and see your foolproof gallery within 72 hours. Jessica is a natural and studio light photographer ready to capture any event you have. Jessica is also known for her creative nighttime photos as well as her one-of-a-kind custom athletic photos. Contact Jessica today because you and your athlete deserve the best. 276-0925.
It's lunchtime. Come on down to Whistling Dixie and try some of our fantastic sandwiches. We even have wraps. We can put them on a pita bread for you. And hey, don't forget, we have those great salads, chef salads, chicken salad plates, tuna salad plates. It's all good. Remember, we have that wonderful Bluebell ice cream, all your favorite flavors. Try a double scoop waffle cone. You can even mix and match your favorite flavors. And for a quick pick-me-up, come on in for a delicious cappuccino or a small shot of espresso. Either one will wake you up. So come on down to Whistling Dixie. Let us serve you. And go Indians!
Since 2009, Southeastern Automotive Group has been buying for and selling to most of the franchise dealerships in the area. What if you were able to bypass the big dealerships with the big markups? Buy direct from the supplier. Save thousands of dollars on your next vehicle purchase. Have a trade-in? No problem. With used vehicles in such high demand, Southeastern Automotive Group has dealers ready to buy your trade. If Southeastern Automotive Group doesn't have the perfect vehicle for you, using their vehicle locator program, they will have it shipped in without any hassle or haggling you hate. With over hundreds of thousands of cars available at auctions across the nation, your next vehicle purchase is just a click away.
UFP Folkestone, the #1 site-built construction plant in Georgia, is now hiring for multiple departments. We've been around since 2016, and we're located in, you guessed it, Folkestone, Georgia. Around here, we're more than just co-workers. We're like family, and we're part of an international family of companies with a long history of promoting from within. So if you like to work hard and get rewarded for it, this is the place for you. Check out our openings at ufpi.com/careers.
In your time of need, give Rob Robertson a call at 912-496-7388. Shepherd Robertson Funeral Home says, "Go Indians."
ESP Specialist in Fabrication is located at 169 Little Phoebe Church Road in Folkestone, Georgia. President Mark Pickering and his employees utilize the latest technology with a skilled workforce to supply customers with the best custom fabrication possible. Serving clients at home and abroad makes ESP a premier employer in Charlton County. For all your specialty and fabrication needs, contact ESP at 912-496-2583 today. They're also on Facebook at ESP Specialist Fabrication. ESP is a proud sponsor of Charlton Sportsnet.
Hey everyone, this is Kid Dean, Sales Manager at Walker Jones Honda. Today we're looking at the 22 Passport. Just inviting all of y'all out to come check out our inventory.
Been a long day, Walker Jones. Right now at Walker Jones Honda, new 22s are in stock and ready to roll. Like this new 22 Honda Passport Trail Sport all-wheel drive in stunning sonic gray pearl. Her 3.5-liter engine has power to spare and still gets 24 mpg on the highway. Come on down to Walker Jones Honda, home of the lifetime warranty. Lifetime Honda, the power of dreams. Walker Jones Honda, Memorial Drive in Waycross, and online at walkerjoneshonda.com. So check supply deal for details.
The trash, or you don't get no spending cash. If you don't scrub that kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more.
Don't talk back.
Just finish cleaning up your room. Let's see that dust fly with that broom. Get all that garbage out of sight, or you don't go out Friday night.
Don't talk back.
The Okefenokee Chamber of Commerce invites you to Folkestone, Georgia for the Pumpkin Patch. Sunday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Don't forget to send CSN a picture of your carved pumpkin. The best will be shown on our webcast versus the Panthers Halloween weekend. Allen Aldridge Insurance, located in Kingsland, Georgia, is proud to serve the communities of Charlton and Camden counties, offering life, home, car, and business insurance. See Andy Gowan today for your insurance needs. Phone 912-729-7600 for more information. Protecting you is what we do. Gowan Aldridge Insurance is a proud sponsor of the Charlton Sports Network. Seasons Floral, located at 4415 2nd Street North in Folkestone, Georgia, has all of your floral needs covered, from Valentine's to birthdays and weddings to life celebrations, proms, special occasions, or just to say you love that someone special. We deliver as well. Call 912-496-7043 and we'll assist you with any floral need at Four Seasons Floral.
Georgia's own credit union has been putting the needs of our members first for more than 85 years. That's banking on purpose. At Georgia's own, you'll get better rates, fewer and lower fees, and the assurance of knowing that your success is what matters most to us. We have over 30 offices throughout the state to serve you better. So come on in. All Indian fans are welcome to join. Federally insured by NCUA and an equal housing lender.
Charlton Electric, serving Charlton and surrounding counties with over 20 years experience in both commercial and residential services. Our electricians can meet your needs. We offer installation on whole house generators, service upgrades for mobile home services, troubleshooting, ceiling fan and light fixtures, and much more. Call us today for an estimate, 912-496-4528. West Folkestone Auto Supply is a proud sponsor of Charlton Sports. For all of your auto and big truck needs, go by and see Sammy and his staff today. They have everything from lawnmower blades to parts for big rigs and heavy equipment. CarQuest Folkestone Auto Supply is located at 4439 2nd Street in Folkestone, Georgia. For all of your parts and accessories, it's CarQuest Folkestone. Go Indians!
For nearly 20 years, Georgia's electric membership cooperatives have made Friday night football electrifying. As the official energy provider of the GHSA, Georgia's EMCs are proud to support high school athletics in the communities we serve, standing behind every hike, every completed pass, and every team celebration. Because we know that today's high school athletes are tomorrow's local leaders. Georgia's EMCs.
Okefenokee Sportsman is locally owned by Fred and Rawling Coley, who have loyally served the people of Folkestone, Georgia, and surrounding counties for 17 years. Hunting and fishing supplies, as well as live bait, are our specialties. Join us on Saturday, October the 10th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. to mix and mingle with vendors from the hunting industry and enjoy live music from Matt Knowles. Local, loyal, and laid back, Okefenokee Sportsman.
Family-owned Valancourt Construction, established in 1945. Valancourt is constantly seeking out new markets and opportunities, as well as state-of-the-art construction technology. We consider this vital in order to provide value for our customers, career opportunities for our employees, and a bright future for our organization. Valancourt is a proud sponsor of the Charlton Sports Network.
Gant AC Heat and Electric, located at 141 West Love Street in Folkestone, Georgia. They service all makes and models of air conditioning and heating units, electric and plumbing supplies, blown installation, appliance parts and service, as well as sheet metal products. Gant is a proud sponsor of the Charlton Sports Network. Go Indians and the Band of Pride.
Folkestone Furniture on Main Street has the largest selection of home furnishings in Charlton County. We'll feature different items every week throughout the season. Stop in and see what's new in Folkestone Furniture. We have bedroom suites, living room suites, dining room suites, and so much more. Come in and see us today at Folkestone Furniture. Greetings from Folkestone and the Crossings, fine clothier and gifts. We carry just the right apparel for our southern weather. Stop in, shop, and enjoy the finest southern hospitality from the Crossings. Fine casual wear to weddings and proms as well. You'll find it at the Crossings.